Hey everybody! Today I'm going to go through the planning process that I use to get my large-scale laser tag games together, as well as share with you how I got all this equipment, how I maintain it, and game scenarios that we use to help keep things interesting. I'm going to be addressing your questions again from YouTube and my blog, and we'll get things started off with JetCell. She asks, how did you get your laser tag and nerfing group together at such an older age? While I'm not very big on laser tag, I'd still love to get a group of people together my age for Nerf Wars. And this is an excellent point of the advice I'm about to give can be applied to getting any large group of people together for something that you want to do. This did not happen overnight. We did not say, hey, let's get 50 people together for a gigantic laser tag game tonight. Yeah! Well, first of all, we didn't have the resources for that. Second of all, we didn't have, enough of a rapport to get 50 people to show up and do that. It started small, and it started unofficially. Me and 6 friends all had laser challenge gear, showed up to a park, played. It was fun. And then one of our friends is like, hey, my friend just donated 10 sets of laser challenge gear that he hasn't used in a while. So we can invite some more people. So we just invite friends of friends and had more people show up. I was like, whoa, we don't have enough gear anymore. I guess I'll go on eBay and look and see if I can't pick any up for cheap. You can get lots of laser challenge gear for pretty cheap on eBay, and I just found good deals and went from there. And then more people be like, hey, I see that you're using the laser challenge gear. Well, I don't use it anymore, but you can sure as heck have it. And they'd literally mail me boxes of gear that we could use, and even if they were broken, we could still manage to fix them up and get them working for our cause. So that kind of helped us grow the armory. But at the same time, getting that older age in there was really just a friends of friends thing. This happened to be the age that we started at, and you get enough people going with it, you get enough folks on board with the idea of, hey, well, this will be a fun thing to do tonight. And anyone from the serious hardcore, I'm going to show up in full fatigues and tactical gear laser tag, to, hey, I heard you guys are doing laser tag, and that sounds fun, and I want to, get my pent-up aggression on my English teacher out by shooting you all with infrared light. It's pretty easy to get folks together once you get you've established yourself as this is what we do, we're kind of good at it, you should come, it's a fun time. And also the fact that, it's a word of mouth thing. We've also expanded in recent years to utilizing Facebook and other social networks to get the word out about these games. The Omaha Laser Challenge Association, which was started in 2006, currently has a Facebook group of over 100 members. And what happens is when I set up an event for the Omaha Laser Challenge Association, I hit invite. And all those people who are signed up for that get an invite to the next event, so they're all in the loop about this stuff. Porto here tells us, you've just inspired me to turn on my LTTOs and put batteries in them. Yay! I think they're good for you because you know a lot of people, and I'm the only one in town who has LTTOs. Well, there's days when I feel like I'm the only person in town who has Laser Challenge. But I got enough of it to go around. And like I said earlier, you can there's things that you can do to get gear together. But regardless of whether you're providing the gear for folks or whether someone else just happens to have the same type of gear as you, as long as you've got people and interest in it, then gear comes second. It's just a matter of tracking it down or getting it yourself or having your friends be like, oh hey, I think I saw some of that at a store, I'll go buy some. So it's not so much that I know a lot of people. I mean, admittedly, I do know a lot of people, but the people that I know also know people. And peoples is peoples and all kinds of peoples, and we get all those people together, and we have a great old time. So it's not really that tough to do as long as you have a good place to start from. You get a good core group, and then it just kind of goes from there like bunnies multiplying. I would not be able to do this without some sort of financial investment in this stuff. Admittedly, I have spent a lot of my own money into this. And in going with that, Scourge asks, how much money have you spent on the hobby over the years? If we're just talking this armory alone, to give you an idea, there's 40 sets right here. That's 80 pieces because it's a blaster and a sensor. Approximately 3 AA batteries per unit. That's 240 batteries just to power that. Give you an idea of how much that'll cost you is if you buy them in bulk, you can get discount prices if you buy things in bulk. 240 batteries in bulk will run you around $220. Yikes. And each set of Laser Challenge stuff I approximately value them at $10 per set, just to make things easy for us. 10 sets times 40, it's $400 worth of gear right there. But you got to keep in mind that there's been a lot of stuff that's been donated. I ask folks to bring AA batteries, not as a requirement. I mean, I've never charged for Laser Challenge games like this before, but they bring, whether it's a box of 6 AAs or whether it's a whole brick of AAs. Folks have really been helpful in that aspect, so that's helped keep costs down. And like I said before, we've been getting donations of gear from folks who just enjoy the hobby and see what we're doing. I think part of being visible out there, like on my blog, on other laser tag sites, on Facebook, being visible and showing them what we're doing out here makes it easier for people to say, hey, I'm not using this gear. I should give it to somebody who is. I mean, even if I just like pay them for shipping and handling. Sometimes I'll just, all of a sudden, one day there'll be a box at our doorstep and be like, Mike, here's some more gear that I found at a thrift store. Thought you could use it. Great, there's all kinds of stuff in here. And we find ways to use everything. James has got a great question here. I'd like to hear the best accessories and props for a laser tag game, and great game types and scenarios that your club has played. We don't per se use props and stuff. We're not really a LARPing group or anything like that, or role-playing. But you know, there are people who choose to dress up and show up to things. We've done a couple of themed games before, like a Halloween match where I just was as Captain America. But we don't really per se use a whole lot of props. We use stuff for scenarios though, like these guys. This is a dart tag nerf capture the flag unit. You turn it on to flag mode, set it down, press the button, and it's going. When the other team goes to capture it, bells and whistles and lights and all that fun stuff go off, so that way you know someone's stolen your flag. But what we really like to use this guy for is it's disarm mode. It's essentially disarm the bomb, but we don't like saying bomb in a public park, so we call him Andy. Those of you who are Red vs. Blue fans will get this reference. Start him out there, and the defending team's job is to make sure that Andy doesn't get disarmed in the time limit. There's settings for 5 and 15 minutes. And so if the disarm team manages to get to Andy and press that button successfully on top, then they win, because everything didn't blow up. Now, if the disarm team does not get to Andy in the allotted time, then he blows up. Or if the disarm team tries to go and get Andy and are a little bit clumsy with how they do it, there are motion sensors in here that will trigger the bomb to go off anyways, or sorry, Andy to go off anyways. So the problem we started to have with this is at the very beginning of the disarm match, the disarm team would literally just sprint and book it. Everybody that they had just rush the defense. One guy will get through and he'd go and get a lucky disarm. So we added a little bit of an element to slow him down. These are old. This looks like Darth Vader's little, I don't know what it's called, but the like his little like voice box thing. This is for a Star Wars laser tag set that we don't have the blasters to, and these aren't compatible with anything that we have, but we still made them work. I got these in a donated box of laser tag gear. Turn them on, got these lights, and a little beep. So these guys are not nearly as complicated as this, but we have a couple of these, and we set these around the perimeter of where Andy is located, and if these guys all aren't turned off, and you go to turn it off, then it's still a fail because these are our safeties. So these essentially help slow down the process of getting Andy disarmed. The other things that we've done is made it so that way the location of Andy is unknown to the disarm team. There's a general location of where he could be, but they don't know exactly where he is. At night games, it's a little bit easier to find him because he's got these red lights up on top, but it still makes things a little more difficult and helps even things out, because for a while the disarm team was just making a killing on the defending team for a while there. That does it for my advice as far as planning this stuff goes and answering your questions. If you've got more stuff that you want to ask me, just add it as a comment below or a comment on my blog, or somehow just get a hold of me and I'll try and get to it this week. We'll see ya!